Good morning, boys. We will continue the same exercise number 2.6, that sum number 7 up to 6. I hope we will complete it. We will go for sum number 7 of exercise number 2.6. Clear? So, same concept. I told you already there are 4 or 5 basic concept to integrate. First you have to see whether you have to integrate straight away, and you go for linear combination of plus or minus, add and subtract and bring it to in the standard form of integrand. Then you go for if it is fractional format, if you differentiate the denominator, if the answer is in the exact in the numerator, then you will go for logarithm method. Then t method, you have to substitute any one of the factor as t or any other alphabets instead of t. You will be free to consider a, b, c, whatever it is other than x variable. Clear? So, if you differentiate your consideration, when the answer is exactly in the remaining part of the question other than the constant doesn't matter. So, that is called substitution method. You can integrate. And finally, the formula method. Formula method we will see in the next exercise. Clear? So, this is the basic concept that you have to remember and recollect and proceed. First, you have to check whether it is the standard form of integrand, then integrate. If it is not possible, if the denominator is a linear function, then you have to add and subtract, that is called linear combinations. Add or subtract depends upon the question. Convert into 2 terms or 3 terms depends upon the question. Then you will get standard form, integrate, that is linear combination. The next one, if you differentiate the denominator when the answer exactly in the numerator doesn't matter about the constant, that is called logarithmic format. Then if there is 2 factor, if you consider any one as t, if you differentiate that t, your consideration, when the answer exactly in the remaining part of the question other than the constant I said doesn't matter. If the constant is not present, you have to multiply and divide. That make a small adjustment. Clear? That is called a substitution method. And finally, if all these 4 is not possible, then you will go for formulas. There will be standard formula to integrate the given functions that we will study in the next exercise. Now, question number 7, it is given x power 8 1 plus x power 9 whole to the power 5 into dx. So, you have to simplify. If you know the formula for a plus b whole power 5, you expand, then you multiply x power 8 into the expansion of a plus b whole to the power 5, then you will get separate terms. You can integrate, that is one method. But we have formula only up to a plus b the whole square, a plus b the whole cube. So, a plus b whole to the power 5, then you have to apply the binomial theorem which you studied in the lower 11th standard. So, to apply the binomial theorem, then you have to multiply x power 8 inside the bracket, you will get answer. I did not say that you did not get answers. You will get the answer by using binomial sequence also. But there is that substitution method I told you already, isn't it? It is not possible to rewrite in combination because it is not a linear function, it has power 9. So, first concept is over. Then logarithm is also not possible. Then third one, substitution method. What is mean by substitution method? I told you already, whatever it is inside the bracket you consider as t. I said very clearly, if you go for that substitution method, you have to consider t is equal to the term which are inside the bracket. So, what is inside the bracket? 1 plus x power 9. Now, you differentiate dt with respect to dx 0, 9 x power 8. I need only dt. So, 9 x power 8 into dx. You see, I told you already, doesn't matter about the constant. So, when you cover the constant, you see x power 8 into dx, remaining part of the question will be there in my differentiation. In such a way, you have to consider t. So if I am consider, for example, t is equal to x power 8, if you differentiate with respect to x, you will get 8 into x power 7. So we will get dt is equal to 8 x power 7 into dx. So this is not there, the remaining part of the question. What is there? If you consider this is t, then if you differentiate this factor, you are supposed to get this format. Or you get this format? No. But if I consider that the terms which are inside the bracket as t, see, I told you already, it doesn't matter about the constant. See the cover the constant and see x power 8 into dx. It is there exactly in the remaining part of the question. So my substitution method is correct. If you go for this one, then you are not able to find answer. Clear? So just before you go for the t method, just you have to do it in your mind. If you differentiate this one, you got 8 power 8 into x power 7. It is not there. Do you have any x power 7? So it is not suitable for this question. Your consideration is not suitable for this. So if I consider the term which is inside the bracket, I got exactly answer. Doesn't matter about the constant 9. Clear? So this is very simple. So if you work it out properly every day, then integration is very simple than the differentiation. Clear? So now I am replacing, this is wrong. So just for your understanding purpose, I did both. Clear? So now I am replacing 1 plus x power 9 is t. So integrate t. What is the power already? 5. Then 9 x power 8 into dx. So I don't want 9. So you bring it dt by 9 x power 8 into dx. So now we can easily refer t power 5, the reference of all this information will get t power 5 into x power 8 into dx is replaced by dt by 9. So you take 1 by 9 outside, integration t power 5 into dt. So it is normal integration. So what will be the answer? 1 by 9 t power 6 by 6 plus c. So 9 6 are 54. T is replaced by 1 plus x power 9 whole to the power 6 plus c. So this is your required answers. Very simple. If you go for t substitution method, it will be very simple to know that answer. Clear? I am checking the answer whether it is correct or wrong, or they simplified more than this format. Clear? Are you clear now how to do it? Only the basic 5 concept: combinations, logarithmic, t method, and what is one more method? Formula method. One more, partial fractions method. You have to split the terms, apply the partial fractions, then you will go for the integrations. If you go for partial fractions, so mostly you will get in terms of logarithm. That will be, keep it in your mind. If you apply the partial fraction to integrate any algebraic expressions, so normally you will get in terms of logarithmic format. Clear? So now we will go to sum number 8. Sum number 8. Sum number 8 is given x power e minus 1 plus x e power x minus 1 by x power e plus e power x. So it is a fractional format. What will come immediately in your mind? Differentiate the denominator. When the answer is exactly the numerator, you may allow to write logarithmic format. That is the basic rule for log. So when you apply the logarithmic format, if you differentiate the denominator, when the answer is exactly the numerator, then you can apply logarithmic format. If there is a constant, doesn't matter. Clear? So just I am trying whether it is possible to apply logarithmic method. Then only you come to know that what are the situations that you have to apply logarithmic method and what are the situations that you have to apply the T method, that is substitution method. So just I am differentiating this, you can differentiate e into x power e minus 1, e is missing, doesn't matter, but e power x is e power x. So when I am differentiating this denominator, I got this answer. It is not there exactly in the numerator. Therefore, I cannot apply logarithm. E is constant, but e is not common factor. If you take e outside, we will get this format. Clear, but I did not get exactly answers. But to get this numerator, you go for some adjustment. You try to use your knowledge to get this numerator. Clear. So now I consider this is t, x power e plus e power x. Now I am differentiating dt with respect to t, differentiate t with respect to x dx power e, because x is in the base. If x is in the new power, you cannot differentiate. That is different method that you study in the 11th standard. So if it is given x power x, then you cannot differentiate, sir. According to the rule, the power should be the multiplier, then reduce 1 in the power. This is wrong. Clear? When the power is in x, variable x, so you don't do that normal differentiation. So there we will go for some other method that we learnt already in 11th standard, taking log on both sides and to bring the power of the variable in the power as a multiplier, then you can press it. That is long process. Clear? Now here x is the base, it is like constant, e is the constant. So if it is constant, if it is x power 5, how do you write differentiation? 5 into x power 4. You are reducing. So instead of 5, what is given here? E. That's all. Don't confuse that this is a variable. E is not a variable, it is a constant. So according to this concept, constant will become the multiplier and reduce 1 in the power. Same way, e into x power, subtract 1. If there is a number 5 or 6, 6 minus 1 you will write 5, but there is no number, it is e, so e minus 1. E power x is e power x. But I did not get what is there, what will be the derivatives, the remaining part of the question. So I go for some little adjustment. What is the little adjustment? I am taking e is common. When I take e is common factor, then I take e outside. So I am taking 1 e outside, so you have to subtract 1 in the power. Listen, x power 4 plus x power 6. For example, x power 5, least factor of x, that is least power of x is 5, that is LCM. If I take, I got remainder 1. So how do you get answer? X power 5, you are subtracting 5 from 6, that is 6 minus 5. This is the basic concept. If you take common factor, you suppose to subtract the powers of the same variable. Here how do you get x? 1, because x 5 minus 5, that is the rule. If you take 5, then you have to subtract the, which one you take as a factor, common factor, that you have to subtract. 5 minus 5, 0. Anything power 0, 1. That's what normally we taught like this. We take common factor, we will get to x power 5 gone, remainder 1, which means, actually what is the basic rule? If you take any common factor, that means you have to subtract the powers with which power that you take outside with respect to the base. 5 minus 5, 0. Anything power 0, 1. Here 6 minus 5, 1. So the same concept I am applying here. So I am taking e outside. Here x, when I take outside, what will be the question? You have to subtract. What is the power of e? 1. So x, already x is there, so x minus 1, like 6 minus 5. Here x, you are taking e power 1. Nothing there means what is there? Power 1. So here, same concept. I am taking x power 5 and I take, what is the power of x in the outside? 5. So subtract the power, 6 minus 5. Similarly, what is the power of 1? Subtract from the power of e, that is x minus 1. Are you clear? So e x power e minus 1 plus e power x minus 1. Now you can see the numerator. See, this is called on a little adjustment. Just you have to think and do it. See the same concept, what you studied in the lower classes. Maybe the teachers are not taught properly the common factor, how to get this answer. Clear? So this is the method, exact method to get this answer. But normally the mathematics teachers are taught if you take everything outside, what will be the remainder? 1. But the question is how to get 1? This is the process. The same process I am applying over here also. Clear? So if the power is the natural number or whole number, then you will get, you don't have any problem. So when the power of like this, when if you take a constant and with the variable, there you will get some confusion. That's what I thought, like this is the basic method. Clear? Follow this method, you will get this answer. Now, so dt by dx. So according to this question, I want x power e minus 1 plus e power x minus 1. So I don't want e. So bring it here. Normal transfer on both sides. Normal algebraic format will get. So just you have to replace, which implies integration. See, x power e minus 1 plus e power x minus 1 into dx replaced by dt by e. So e will take outside, you will get dt. By this I consider as what? T. So t. 1 by e log t plus c. So 1 by e, t is replaced by x power e plus e power x plus c. Clear? That's all. Very simple. So even if you differentiate, you will get logarithm format. That's why I tried, but there will be some, you will get some confusion how to get the answer directly, this format. That's what I explained like this. Otherwise you can do directly. What is the difference? Only e, constant, I told you already, doesn't matter about the constant if you apply the logarithm method. But it is in terms of exponential format, you may have some confusion if I write straight away answer after this instead of these steps. So that's what I did with some basic concept. Then I got an answer. So you can do directly also, no problem. Now sum number 9. So sum number 9. Sum number 9, 1 by x log x. As usual, if we take any one as t, if I am taking t is equal to x, this for example, then I have another one possibility is t is equal to log x. So differentiate with respect to x, I got 1. So dt is equal to dx. What about log x? When you differentiate, you will get the same remaining part. So this is not possible. So what is another one possibility? Log x. So differentiate with respect to x. Log x is 1 by x. So dt is equal to 1 by x into dx. See, I got this answer. If I am taking t equal to log x, if I am differentiating log x, I got the derivatives which is exactly remaining part of the question. Doesn't matter about the constant, I said very clearly. So just now I am replacing. This dx by x is replaced by dt. Clear? Then log x replaced by t. So it is log t. Differentiation of t is 1. 1 is there. So log t plus c. So what is for t? Log x. That's all answer. Log of log x. Are you clear now? So this is replaced by dt. This is t. So dt by t, which gives log t. This is logarithm method, because when you differentiate denominator t, t will become 1. Instead of x, t is there. So log t, t is replaced again by log x. So log of log x plus c. Now sum number 10. This I will do only that part, and the remaining part that you do it at home. Otherwise I will teach next class. sum number 10, x by 2x power 4 minus 3x square minus 2 into dx. So, you have some x and the denominator have more power, therefore, it is proper fractions. For proper fraction, you are supposed to apply which method? Partial fractions. So, but here you have to factorize. So, how do you factorize, sir? If it is quadratic format like 5x plus 6, so it is quadratic expression, so you are able to find factorize. Not like the factorize means, see there is a 3 term, what is the power of that 2? 1, it is there. So, what is the power of x 4? What is the half of the power of 4? 2, it is there, so you can factorize. So, you have to consider, to bring it into standard form of quadratic format, you consider z or whatever the variable. Here I consider z. Why I am not consider t? Because few problems are always used t. To avoid the confusion, I am taking z is x square. I am replacing now 2x z square because x power 4 can be replaced by x square the whole square. So, 2 2s are 4. So, based on the concept, I am replacing z is equal to x square. So, we will get 2z square minus 3z because x square is z minus 2. Clear? Now, you factorize. So, what is your factor? Minus 4. So, 4 1 is 4. To get minus, you will get minus and plus. So, divide each factor by 2 because we have the coefficient of z square is 2. Simplify, you will get z minus 2. You cannot simplify, so 2z plus 1. So, now I got a factor. So, I am rewriting now the function x by, but this x dx, you have to replace this x dx also by what? So, if I am replacing now, be careful, I am not integrating, I am just separating the denominator alone. I am applying the factorization rule in the denominator, I got this answer. So, when you go for integrations, boys listen, be careful now. What is given here? X dx by, this will be, I can rewrite this denominator in terms of z minus 2, 2z plus 1. Actually, this is wrong because you are integrating with respect to x variable, but you may have question that, sir, there is no x, therefore, why don't you consider this is constant? I told you already, other than x variable, whatever the variable is there, that is constant. But this z, don't say that the dz is a constant, because how do you get z? By considering the x square as z, I got z format. So, you cannot straight away claim that z is a constant, that is a wrong concept. You cannot claim that z is a constant because from where I got z? By considering the variable x. So, what is given in integration? X. So, you have to suppose to change these also in terms of what? Z. How do you change? Again you take z is equal to x square, differentiate with respect to x, 2x, then normal procedure. I told you already, it does not matter about the constant. So, dz by 2 x dx. Now, you can change x dx replaced by dz, this 1 by 2 you take outside, nothing wrong. Then z minus 2, 2z plus 1. Now, you see my entire integration in terms of z. Are you clear? So, you don't just replace denominator alone, that is what I increased one more step. This step I am not supposed to write, but to make you to understand better, I wrote these steps. With the x and denominator alone, I can write in terms of z. So, when you change that integrand, this integrand in any other variable, everything should be in the same variable. If you consider, if you want to make this as t, then everything in terms of only t. Here I changed into z, so I have to change all the x variable in terms of z, even in integrations also. So if you write x dx by xz minus 2 into 2z plus 1, if you apply the partial fraction method after this, then you will get wrong answer. That is not correct method. So if you convert x dx into also in terms of z in this format, now you can apply partial fraction that you know very well. We taught already for so many problems from the previous exercise that you would have seen in the previous exercise, and also you learned 11th standard. So apply the partial fractions for this, then you integrate. I told you already, if it is a partial fractions, so normally you will get your answer in terms of logarithmic format. So apply the partial fractions after these steps, then you can proceed. Clear? This will be your homework, rest of the part. Then I will continue this remaining part in the next class. You verify your answer whether you did correct or wrong. Boys, remember, in this model I convert the variable x into other variable z. So if I am convert the variable x into other variable, then you have to convert all the integrand part in terms of only the particular variable. If I consider as z, then everything should be in terms of z. For example, here I change only the denominator in terms of z, but if you keep x dx as it is, what is there in the question, then your integration is wrong. You have to change this also in terms of z, for which I consider already x square. So from that you can differentiate and replace everything in terms of z. Now I got, see, you are integrating that z variable with respect to only z. Here you are integrating the z value with respect to x. That is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because how do I got z? By considering z equal to x square. So you have to change there also. So this is your final. After that you apply the partial fractions, you will get answer. Clear? That will be the homework. Now we will go to sum number 11. Yes, sum number 11. E power x 1 plus x log x e power x integration with respect to dx. Here we have how many factor? 1, 2, 3. Don't take this is 3 and this is 4. So log, this is not a meaning. So this take logarithm have value only if there is something after logarithm, then only it is the valid one. If it is simply say log mean, that is not log, they doesn't carry any value. Similarly for ratio also, if I say only sin, cos, tan, there is no meaning. If there is any values after the ratio, it will have some sense. If there is no brackets, nothing is there, means doesn't have any sense according to the mathematics. Clear? So likewise, so don't consider log is one factor. This is not alone one factor, because log has some value, then only it will consider as one function. If you consider only log as a function, that is no sense. There is no sense in mathematical if you consider only log alone. You have to consider this also. That's what they are using the brackets. Now as usual method, which one is supposed to take t, you will get the remaining part. T is equal to, I told you already, a factor which comes under the ratio inverse function or logarithmic function inside the bracket or inside the exponential power of the exponential function is always considered as t. So I take t is equal to, what is there inside the bracket in under the logarithmic format? X e power x. Clear? So don't take other than this one. Sir, you told no sir, whatever it is given, you can take inside the bracket. Yes, but I told very clearly, when you will apply substitution method, t should be considered always inside the bracket. If there is any exponential format or inverse or logarithm or only these three, ratio, inverse, log and exponential format, you have to take only those is inside the bracket of the function log, e, ratio and inverse function. Clear. So here log have factor. So you have to take only t which are inside the logarithmic format. If there is sine inverse of something, the t will be in the term which is inside the inverse. Now 2 factor, you have to apply UV method, x into e power x. Keep x as it is, then differentiate second one, e power x is e power x plus, then differentiate x 1 and keep the second factor as it is. So you will get x e power x plus e power x. What is the common factor? E power x. When you take e power x, you will get x plus 1. See, it is there. See, it is the entire term, e power x into 1 plus x into dx is there exactly. Now you have to rewrite the whole integrand. Log, this is replaced by t, then entire remaining part is replaced by dt. So you don't have direct formula for log x in integrations. Then what method you supposed to apply? We studied in the previous exercise, integration by parts. So you have to apply the integration by parts. After this, you will get answer. So to apply the integration by parts, you supposed to have how many factor? 2 factor. But here only we have only 1 factor. But you started to convert into 2 factor. How it is possible? If you convert this single factor into 2 factor, that one more factor you have to introduce. If you introduce one more factor, that will not disturb your integrand. And that factor also in terms of t variable. So I am writing like this. This is basic concept. Anything power 0 is 1. So if there is no number before any function, should be always 1. So that 1 is replaced by t power 0 into log t into dt. Now you have to apply the integration by parts by using ILATE. By using ILATE, you can start to integrate by using integration by parts. So I stands for inverse, no inverse function. Next, what is there? L, log is there. So that you have to consider, this is always considered for u function. So u is equal to log t. So what are the terms are remainder? T power 0 into dt. This derivative format. So you have to assign the other variable also in terms of derivatives. Then you have to integrate. So v is equal to t power 0 will become t. And u dash is equal to 1 by t. Now what is the formula? U d v is equal to uv minus integration of v du. So u is what? Log t. What is your v? T. So write minus t into what is your u dash? U dash is nothing but du. Both are same. Into dt. So du is replaced by 1 by tt into 1 by t into dt. So tt get cancelled. So we will get t log t minus integration of dt is t. So what is the common factor? T. So log t minus 1. Now you don't leave it as it is. After that you have to replace t by what? X e power x. So in the place of t you have to write x e power x log x e power x minus 1 plus c. So this will be the answer. So be careful to consider the any one factor as t. For your understanding purpose, you have to consider the t from logarithmic format, inverse format, ratio format and exponential format. If you take other than this, then you never get answer. After that, I can apply the integration by parts method by using the concept ILATE. Clear? There is no variable, only one variable log t, but I don't have straight formula for log t. So I convert this single factor into 2 factor by applying the basic concept anything power 0. So t power 0, why I am using t? Because the remaining integrand remaining part of the integral in terms of t, therefore I am using the t power 0. Don't take x power 0 because you are integrating with respect to which variable? T variable. So depends upon that variable, you have to consider t power 0 or whatever the alphabet power 0, then apply the integration by parts by using ILATE, you will get answer. Clear? Now sum number 12. Sum number 12, this is also you are going to use partial fractions. I will teach only the 2 steps, the remaining part that will complete. This is just like exercise number 2.5, use 2.4. In exercise number 2.4, we did this model, integrate dx by x into x square plus 1. What is that? This is partial fractions, no? So 1 by x square plus 1 is equal to, so a by x, it is non-factorizable, so you have to write bx plus c by x square plus 1, you will get 1 is equal to a of x square plus 1 plus bx plus c of x. So after that you know how to find values of a and b, then you have to replace it, integrate, you will get the answer. This will be the also homework. I am not only, because we did already so many problems based on this concept in the previous exercise. So refer and do it. Now sum number 13. Sum number 13. So sum number 13, 14, 15 is you have to memorize the few formulas. So you have formulas, few formulas are given in the page number, some formulas that you have to memorize. Clear, otherwise you will not get answers. So memorize the formula in terms of e power x. I will tell you the page number, refer the page number and you can follow the page number 55. Formula number 4, 5. So based on the formula number 4 and 5, we have to work out these problems. So I will write down the formulas relevant to this question. Integration e power x, f of x. Very simple, only thing you have to memorize the formulas. When you integrate, your answer is e power x into f of x. So this is your formula. Another one formula is also the same. You get a power x, here will come a, that's all, plus c. Boys, listen, e power x, e power x. If we consider this is f of x, see, this is f of x. So I am doing that, f of x 1 by x square. Then I have to find out f dash of x. What is maybe f dash of x? Derivatives. Differentiate, what will be the answer? When the variable in the denominator, you are always advised to multiply the power of x with the numerator. 2 by x power 3 plus will become minus. See, I am according to the formula e power x, so e power x is there. Then f of x. I consider the f of x is equal to 1 by x square. It is given already in the question. 1 by x square. Then I have to check f dash of x. What is my f dash of x? Minus 2 by x cube. Now, I got this format. See, this is f of x, f of x. If I am differentiating this one, I am supposed to get this f dash of x including the sign. With this respect to the sign, this is f of x and this is refers to what? F dash of x. Is there exactly this matchable one? Clear? That's what I did with this previous one. I take f of x, I explain with some steps. I take f of x is equal to 1 by x square, where if I am differentiating 1 by x square, I got minus 2 by x cube, that is nothing but f dash of x. Is there exactly? Sir, there plus, but we got minus, doesn't matter, that's what I said. F dash of x consider including the sign, not without sign. Clear? So, if this condition is satisfied, what is your final answer in integration? Very simple, e power x, what is your f of x? 1 by x square plus c over. Just you refer the formula and write down the answer. This is f of x. You may have, sometimes you may have minus 2 by x cube in the first term, second term as plus 1 by x square, doesn't matter, terms may be interchange with the sign, doesn't matter, no problem. But you see that whether the differentiation of f of x, it is there exactly in the remaining part of the question without disturbing the negative sign or positive sign, then you can apply this formula. It is there exactly, so I can write immediately that answer. The same way question number 14, there you cannot apply straight away, there you go for some separating the denominator. All the basic method you have to apply to bring down this format. Clear? So, sum number 14, we will see only one more problems. Let me to complete. We will see the next class exercise number 2.7. So, x plus 1 power whole cube. It is linear. See, power of x, the numerator denominators are same. Clear. So, it is a linear function. So, you go for combination. You apply that first exercise model e power x. I need plus 1. So, I am adding 1 and subtract 1. It is correct. Add 1, subtract 1. Already we have minus 1. Be careful. X plus 1 power whole power 3. Integration e power x. X plus 1, this I need, refers to the denominator, minus 1 minus 2 by x plus 1 power 3. This will be eliminated. So, we will get e power x 1 by x plus 1 power 2 minus 2 by x plus 1 power 3. As usual, you consider f of x is what? If you consider f of x is equal to 1 by x plus 1 the whole square, what is your f dash of x? Multiply the power minus 2 x plus 1 whole to the power 3. It is there already, see. If I take this is f of x, when I am differentiating I got the remaining part of the integrand. Clear? So, the same formula. So, which gives e power x. What is our f of x? 1 by x plus 1 the whole square plus c. Just you have to apply the formula. Clear? Then we will go to the last problem of this exercise, sum number 15. Sum number 15. For that we little changes in the formula. Same formula, but we have little difference. Only constant may get some different, that is e power ax. So, here will come a, no difference, then e power ax. That is all. This is the formula for another one formula which is suitable for the question number 15. Integration e power 3x, inside the bracket 3x minus 1 by 9x square into dx. 3x is there. So, I supposed to keep a, that is 3 into one function. So, 9 I take outside, integration e power 3x by x square, because I took 9 outside, minus 1 by x square. X will get cancelled. So, 1 by 9 integration e power 3x. It is there a into f of x. So, a is 3, this is a, this would be same. Here 4, if it is 5, then you cannot apply that formula, both should be same. So, I am taking 3 outside. So, what will be the remainder? 1 by x minus 1 by x square. Now, I am considering f of x is equal to 1 by x. What is my derivatives of f of x? Minus 1 by x square. See, it is there already, minus 1 by x square. Now, you can apply this formula. So, you will get answer straight away. What is the answer? E power 3x by x plus c. So, this is your required answer. We will check the answers. But already we have, what is there? 9. That 9 I left. So 1 by 9. So which will give you e power 3x by 9x plus. So this is your required answers. Just apply the formula. I take outside, I e power ax, a is 3, so you have to write the numerator of the first term as in terms of a. If it is other than 3, then you cannot apply the formula. There you go for some little adjustment and proceed. Clear? So that model in the examples, I will teach next class that examples, then we will go to exercise number 2.7. Clear, boys? So I have 2 problems as homework. You complete that homework. Otherwise, I will teach the remaining part of those 2 problems in the next class. Thank you, boys.